You might think finding a tiny company with 82% revenue growth in the hottest sector on Earth is a guaranteed home run. But I dug deep and did a forensic audit that suggests this exact company might actually be a mathematical trap designed to transfer wealth from your pocket to theirs. I want to talk about a situation that is unfolding right now with a company called Applied Optoelectronics, or AAOI. This is one of the most polarizing setups I have seen in a long time because, on the surface, this looks like the perfect David versus Goliath story. You have this relatively small outfit based in Sugar Land, Texas that is building the literal plumbing for the artificial intelligence revolution. They make the lasers and the fiber optic transceivers that allow massive data centers to talk to each other. And right now, we are in a hyper-growth cycle where everyone from NVIDIA to Microsoft needs this hardware. The bullish case here is incredibly seductive. You look at their latest numbers and they reported an 82% jump in revenue year over year. 82%. That is the kind of explosive growth that usually sends a stock to the moon. They're riding two massive waves at the same time: the build-out of AI infrastructure and a major upgrade cycle for cable television networks to something called 1.8 gigahertz architectures. To make it even sweeter, they have a signed agreement with Amazon. When you hear Amazon partner combined with AI, your brain automatically starts calculating how many yachts you're going to buy. But I need you to stop calculating and listen very closely, because there is a divergent reality buried in the SEC filings that paints a completely different picture. While the headline numbers are screaming growth, the internal mechanics of this company are screaming survival. The first thing we have to talk about is something I call the float trap. This is a concept that destroys more retail investors than almost anything else. You see, while you are buying shares hoping the price goes up, the company is printing new shares at a rate that is frankly alarming. In just the first 9 months of 2025, AAOI raised approximately $343 million by selling stock directly into the market. To give you context on how massive that is roughly 10% of the entire company being liquidated into the public float in a single shelf takedown. They're using a mechanism called an at-the-market offering, or ATM. Think of this like a faucet. They have hired sales agents, specifically Raymond James and Needham, who sit on the ask side of the market. Every time the stock pops on good news, like an AI headline, these agents unleash a torrent of new shares into that buying pressure. This creates a structural ceiling. The stock tries to run, and the company hits it with a hammer of new supply. They're effectively selling the company to the public, piece by piece, day by day. And you have to ask yourself, why do they need $343 million in cash if they are growing revenue by 80%? The answer is in the burn versus earn ratio. In the same period they raised that mountain of cash, they generated a net loss. This is what forensic analysts call profitless growth. They're scaling their revenue, yes, but their costs are scaling just as fast, if not faster. They're losing money on every unit, but trying to make it up on volume. Now, I mentioned Amazon earlier, and this is where the chaos twist comes in. The Amazon deal is often cited by bulls as the cornerstone of the value thesis. But if you actually read the transaction agreement, it reveals a warrant structure that effectively capture upside. AAOI issued warrants to Amazon that allow Amazon to buy millions of shares at a fixed price, around $23.70. Here's what that means for you. If the stock goes to $50, Amazon exercises those warrants, gets cheap shares, and likely sells them, flooding the market with supply. If the stock stays low, the warrants are worthless, and you're holding a company that gave away equity for nothing. It's a heads I win, tails you lose structure. The forensic report I looked at calls this shadow equity. It doesn't show up in the basic share count today, but it dictates the stock's future behavior. You aren't really partners with Amazon, you are subsidizing Amazon. But it gets deeper. I want to talk about the truth serum of the stock market: insider trading. Management can say whatever they want in a press release. They can talk about record demand and AI supercycles, but they cannot lie with their own wallets. In August of 2025, we saw something interesting. The CEO, Thompson Lin, actually bought shares on the open market, about 18,000 shares. Now, usually that's a great sign. It suggests he believes in the turnaround. However, at the exact same time, the CFO and other insiders were selling. And when you look at the aggregate data over the last 12 months, insiders have sold nearly 700,000 shares. This creates a massive conflict of narrative. If the AI story is so powerful, and if the stock is going to $100, why are the people running the company selling at $22? Why are they cashing out into the liquidity created by their own press releases? It suggests they view the stock as fully valued right here. They're feeding the ducks while the ducks are quacking. And we haven't even touched on the debt yet. This company recently pulled a move that is classic financial engineering. They had convertible notes coming due in 2026. Instead of paying them off with profits because they don't have any, they rolled that debt forward to 2030. But to get investors to agree to that, they had to increase the principal balance. They exchanged about $76 million of old debt for $125 million of new debt. They bought themselves time, but they did it by digging the hole deeper. Now, I know some of you are looking at the short interest. You see that almost 20% of the float is sold short, and you're thinking, this is a squeeze play, we can crush the shorts. And yes, on the surface, 20% short interest looks like rocket fuel, but you have to understand who's on the other side of that trade. The shorts aren't scared. Do you know why? Because the cost to borrow AAOI shares is negligible, less than 0.5%. That tells you there's plenty of stock available. And remember that ATM machine I told you about? If the shorts ever get in trouble, the company is right there ready to print more shares to bail them out. The company is effectively the lender of last resort to the people betting against it. The high short interest here isn't a sign of a squeeze. It's a sign of a crowded trade where smart money is betting on the dilution spiral. So where does that leave us? You have a company that is undeniably in the right place at the right time. The data center boom is real. The cable upgrade cycle is real. But AAOI functions less as a compounder of shareholder value and more as a mechanism for capital redistribution. It takes money from optimistic retail investors and funnels it into debt service and operational sustenance. The forensic verdict on this stock is what they call a trash can fire. That sounds harsh, but it refers to the dilution velocity. Since December 2024, the share count has increased by nearly 38%. Think about that. If you bought this stock a year ago, expecting it to hit a certain price target, the company now has to be worth 40% more just for you to break even on a per-share basis. The pie is getting bigger, but your slice is getting microscopically thin. But I don't want to be entirely doom and gloom because there is a path through the fire. If, and this is a massive if, the company can stop the cash burn in 2026 and actually turn a GAAP profit, the narrative changes. If they can ramp up their 800G transceiver production and get yields high enough to stop losing money on every shipment, then the short thesis breaks. But that requires flawless execution in a factory that is currently burning cash. The market has noticed this risk. That's why, despite reporting 82% growth, the stock drops 7% the day after earnings. That is a signal called good news, bad price action. It means the market has discounted the growth and is focusing entirely on the cost of that growth. So, here's the bottom line. If you are trading this, you are playing a game of musical chairs with an ATM machine that never turns on. You're betting that you can get in on the hype and get out before the next shelf offering hits the tape. But if you're investing in this thinking you own a piece of the next NVIDIA, you need to look at the share count. You are swimming upstream against a current of dilution that is designed to wash you away. The most dangerous thing in the market isn't a bad company, it's a company with a great story and bad math. AAOI has the story of the year, but the math is currently working against you. Watch the filings, not the headlines, because in the end, the number of shares outstanding tells the truth that the press release is trying to hide. And hey, I hope this video helps you on your quest for profits. Catch you on the next one.